Hey everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching this. I am back, and I really need an intro now, and I just need to think of something. But as I'm looking up stories for Savannah, please let me know in the comments below what other places you would like me to talk about, and I'll decide. Anyway, let's continue our Savannah tour. And that was a terrible introduction. The Andrew Lowe House sits on 3029 Abercorn Street and was built by a Scottish immigrant Andrew Lowe, built the house in 1850. Andrew arrived from Scotland in 1820s and got to work as an apprentice for his uncle's cotton factory business. Eventually, he took over the company and became wildly successful. He was wealthy by the 1840s and found a wife and began having his home built in 1850. The Andrew Lowe House was known for the numerous historical figures who were Lowe's guests, most notably English author William Makepeace Thackeray and Confederate General Robert E. Lee. And if you guys know Gettysburg and seen my videos, you'll know who that is. Juliet Gordon, though, the founder of the Girl Scouts, was born in the Cairns house of the building. The Girl Scouts first meeting. Did my computer just get brighter? My computer light is acting really weird. The Girl Scouts first meeting took place in the parlor of the Andrew Lowe House in 1912. Like any house in the city of Savannah, the former abode of the Andrew Lowe House is haunted by the spirits of its previous residents. The ghost of the Andrew Lowe is said to be seen in a rocking chair in the parlor. The chair was a family heirloom and is often rocking on its own. And actually, we used to have an old rocking chair, and it would, I have, I never saw it myself, but according to my mom, it would actually rock on its own, and we believe it was my great-grandmother who would be sitting in the chair. No, it's not known for sure. And my light got brighter. That is strange. No, it's not known for sure. Many believe in the so-called rocking chair ghost as Andrew Lowe enjoying a relaxing evening. The ghost of the butler Tom. Of course, his name is Tom. And there's an inside joke for that, so anybody named Tom watching my show, please do not take that offensively. Still goes about the duties of the Andrew Lowe House. Many hear the phantom footsteps of Tom walks about the home, and he often moves things around as he witnesses arrange the house to match. Sorry, the light on my computer is distracting me. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it's literally going bright to dim by itself. I am not touching anything. My hands are right here. I was holding paper, nail clippers. What? Many hear the phantom footsteps of as Tom walks about the home, and he often moves things around as he wishes to rearrange the house to match how it looked when he was alive. The ghost of Robert E. Lee has been seen as well, waltzing about the house in suit and tie. The ghost of Juliet Gordon Lowe has been caught lying on her deathbed, and the smell of her perfume still fills the air around the house. Andrew Lowe was born in Scotland in 1812 to a family who ran a modest grocery business. In the late 1820s, he decided to join his uncle in Savannah, who had a cotton factory business. He spent most of his time learning the tools of the trade and quickly learned the ins and outs of the company. His uncle eventually retired to England, and Andrew took charge of the enterprise. It didn't take long for Andrew to prosper. During the Civil War, Andrew Lowe sided with the Confederates. He previously served the armed forces during the Spanish-American War, so he had some experience. He was the captain of the Confederate Army and was arrested in Boston when the authorities found him out. He was a wealthy man by the 1840s and married Sarah Cecile Hunter in 1844. They had 3 children, though the eldest son died in 1848. His wife then died in a miscarriage a year later. In 1852, Andrew married his second wife, Mary Harper Stillies. They had 4 children. Andrew eventually moved back to Great Britain, settling in England after the war. He still travels to Savannah every year during the winter. He died in England in 1886 at the age of 74. His family has his corpse sent back to Savannah for the burial. Andrew Lowe was laid to rest in Laurel Grove Cemetery with his wife and children. Andrew Lowe hired New York architect John Norris to have his home built in 1850. Norris designed the home in the Italian and architectural style, with ornaments, balconies lined in cast iron railings. The exterior was just as extravagant as the interior. Sarah and his elder son died before the completion of the home, marking a tragic beginning for the Andrew Lowe house. Andrew had numerous guests visiting the home. English author William Makepeace Thackeray spent several years in the U.S., touring from city to city and making a fool of himself in public taverns. Eventually, he lost his fortune, began writing, and found success. Andrew Lowe was a Confederate sympathizer. He served as the captain for the Confederacy in the Civil War, during which he made friends with Robert E. Lee. When Lee visited Savannah after it was taken by General Sherman, he said Lowe a visit at his home. Lee and his daughter Agnes actually spent the night at the Andrew Lowe house. Juliet Gordon Lowe was born in the carriage house of the Andrew Lowe's residence. In her 20s, she married Andrew Lowe's son. The two never had children, but they have an amazing marriage, traveling the world and living their dreams. That was until Juliet found her husband in bed with another mistress. The two separated and went their own ways. A few years later in England, Juliet met Robert Benton Powell. Why is my screen getting brighter and then not bright by itself? Okay, I need to set that in. The founder of the Boy Scouts, he convicted her to start a scout chapter of her own called American Girls Guide. The first meeting in 1912 consisted of 17 young women who all gathered in a parlor of the Andrew House. They changed the name of the Tennant Ghost House in 1913. Juliet was diagnosed with cancer in 1923. Keeping it a secret while running the ghost house, she passed away in 1927 and was buried in Laurel Grove Cemetery while wearing a ghost house uniform. After all, this is Savannah, and there is no historical house in the city that doesn't have a few ghost stories. In addition to the numerous spirits in the house, visitors and staff report feeling icy cold wind chills, strange shadows moving against the walls, and the feeling of being watched. The infamous rocking chair ghost is said to be the spirit of Andrew Lowe himself. The rocking chair is situated in the parlor and was a Lowe family heirloom. The rocking chair is often seen rocking back and forth on its own. Though the ghost remains unseen, many believe this actually the spirit of Andrew Lowe enjoying himself in the former residence. The staff say he seems to enjoy visitors in his home just as he did when he was alive. Juliet Gordon Lowe is said to still inhabit the home as well. Visitors often see a young woman lying on the bed in one of the many bedrooms. Considerably, it's the same bedroom where Juliet died in 1927. They say that it's her spirit still lying on her deathbed, reliving the final moments of her life. The smell of Julia's favorite perfume is said to still linger around the halls of the house. The staff say they've never smelled any scent like it. It's the strongest near her deathbed, indicating a connection to her spirit. The spirit of Tom, the loyal butler of Andrew Lowe House, still doesn't job from the afterlife. They say he's pretty friendly and also happens to be the most encountered spirit in the house, as he always moving about. Visitors and staff claim to hear the phantom footsteps of the butler walking around the house. He tends to move things around when nobody is looking. Apparently, he's disfiled with the current layout of the house and seeks rearranging things to their previous location, to where things were when he was alive. Tom actual ghosts is rarely seen. No, those who have seen his person claim that he is an older gentleman dressed in Imperial clothing and is usually seen standing at the top of the staircase. The long, bloody history of Savannah left behind hundreds of ghosts and spirits. Some are friendly, and some not so much. While the ghosts of the Andrew Lowe House are on the friendlier side, many of the other ghosts around the city are spooky and outright hostile. River Street is a great place to go shopping during the day, but watch out late at night. Many have seen the ghosts of slave workers loading the ships with cotton and loading of the slaves who had just been taken from Africa can be heard in the sideways and warehouse. Some have even been chased down the street by mysterious shadow people a few houses down from the Andrew Lowe House. Okay, if there was some shadow person running after me, yeah, I'd be kind of scared. I would not like that at all. I mean, I live for the evidence. I want evidence of the paranormal, but not like that. Thank you for watching my channel and videos. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'm Haunted Girl, and I'll spook you later. Until next time, pleasant dreams.